Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Moonday and today I've got another pick a card reading for you guys. So today's topic is going to be what are they saying about you? At first I wasn't really sure, should I do it for like general, should I do it for your crush or your friends, you know, or just your enemies or whatever. But in the end, I've used my pendulum to help me make a choice, and it was about your crush or someone you're interested in a romantic way. However, I think like it is still going to resonate with, you know, people who maybe you're not interested in a romantic way as well. However, just to let you know, when I was shuffling the card, that was my intention, to find out what your romantic interest is saying about you, is talking about you to others. So once again, keep that in mind, please. All right. So, few things before I start. As usual, this is a general reading, please keep that in mind. So, not everything is going to resonate with you 100%. So, once again, keep that in mind. You know, it's impossible for just a few cards to resonate with every single person who is watching that. So, take whatever does resonate with you, simply leave the rest. If you're not a fan of this kind of readings or this kind of videos, you can always click off of this video and find the content you will enjoy much more. So, you know, yeah. What else I wanted to say? I wanted to say something else and I don't know, it just skipped my mind. I don't know, it just disappeared from my brain. Sorry for that. Alright, so basically all of the extra informations, timestamps, you know, where to find me, how you can donate to this channel, how you can tip me for the reading, are going to be in the description box down below, so, you know, just don't forget to check it out. Alright, so for those of you who don't know how do these kind of readings work, we've got 3 groups of cards over here. This is going to be group number 1 with the Snowflake Obsidian. This is group number 2 with the Rose Quartz, and this is the group number 3 with the Smoky Quartz. So you can pause this video right now, you can meditate on your choice, you can use a pendulum, you can choose by crystal, by number. Just in the end, please remember to listen to your intuition and pick whichever group is shouting out to you the most, who is calling you the most. And once again, your timestamps are going to be in the description box down below. So whenever you're ready, you can just go straight to your reading, and I will see you in a moment in your group. Okay, hello group number 1. I hope you're doing well. This is the Snowflake Obsidian group. And once again, today's topic is what are they saying about you? What is your crush, someone you're interested in, saying about you? So I have decided to pull out some oracle cards first and then clarify them with the tarot cards. So what we've got here is, you know what to do here and now, and 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So from what I'm getting here, guys, is first of all, there's a lot of green here. So I feel like whoever, you know, you're thinking about, what they're saying, you know, is that you're somebody with a big heart. This is what I'm getting, you know, because the green corresponds to the heart chakra. So this is somebody who's definitely talking about you. When they're talking about you, they say you've got a big heart. They say that you're somebody who's very, I'm getting empathetic, you know, towards others. You know, you're also somebody who is really driven by their emotions and feelings, but in a very positive way. So it's not like they see you as somebody who is, let's say, overly emotional or too emotional in a negative way. But they're saying that you are driven more by emotions than logic. So this is something that I'm getting like straight away, you know, from all this green here. What else I'm getting, you know, with this card, you know what to do. With Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. And especially it really corresponds with this card here and now, you know. So this is somebody, this is somebody, you know who that is, but that person basically, you know, whenever they think about you, whenever they talk about you, they can tell people that you're really good at making any type of decisions. That's because they know you're very decisive, or they at least perceive you as somebody who is very decisive, or somebody who is always making best choices in their life. You know, you are not also, they are not seeing you as somebody who is living in the past or just only thinking about the future. They're seeing you as somebody who is living in here and now. So they're seeing you as somebody who also, you know, might be very, what is the word I'm looking for? You know, somebody who is basically like living in a moment, you know, not overthinking about the past, not living in the past. Like I was saying, I'm not overthinking about the future, just constantly worrying about your future. You know, you're somebody who wants to enjoy every moment of your life, you know, somebody who is very mindful as well, who wants to live in a moment, who wants to enjoy the things that are going on around you now, who wants to just focus on things that are going around you now, you know. And then they feel like you are basing all your decisions, you know, maybe about the future, on what is going on now. So also they're seeing about someone who is very mindful, who once again is living in a moment and know how to make the best of living in that moment as well, you know. What else? Also, you know, like they know you're also somebody who is not really missing any opportunities in their lives, you know, or at least this is how they see you, this is how they perceive you. They know that whenever you get a good chance of something, you know, good chance for something, you will just act on this, you know. That's because at the moment that you see the opportunity, the moment that you see that this is your chance, you will be acting like, just like it says, you know, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You don't wait for things to happen to you, you know, you're making things to happen for you. This is how they see you, and this is what I feel like they really admire you for doing this, you know, because you're not somebody who is going to be overthinking about it, or like maybe thinking 5 years, you know, oh, should I change my job, should I move to a different place, you know. You're somebody who's like, once the opportunity is there, you know, you just know, you just clearly know all of it, you know, like from the very start, very moment, you know, that happened, you just know what decision should you make, what is the best way for you to do things, you know. Once again, they see us somebody who is very decisive. Also, we've got the Archangel Gabriel, like 5th chakra. I'm not amazing when it comes to chakras, so let me think for a second. 5th chakra, which one is it? Might be the throat chakra, I think. Especially because, yeah, the Archangel Gabriel is the Archangel of like good news in communication. And there's also, you know, as you can see, there is this throat kind of very well pronounced, let's say. So they also see you as somebody who is very well spoken. That's one thing. Second thing is that they see you as somebody who is bringing good news to other people. So they also know, and what they're saying about you is that whenever somebody is in trouble, you know, your family, your friends, You just know how to make them feel better with words. You just know how to, you know, lift their spirits up with the words. What I'm also getting, this is really funny because I was just talking about like friends and family, and the message popped up in my head saying, you know how to get away, you know, or you know how to get out of trouble by talking to people, you know, so you can talk your way out of a difficult situation. So if you find yourself in a difficult situation, you know, you just know what to say to change that to your advantage, you know. So that is something really interesting and really fun. I feel like they also see you as somebody who always has a good word, a positive word for somebody, you know. Like I said, especially, you know, if somebody is having like a very, you know, troublesome times or is going through some difficult times, they just know that they can come to you and you will just make them feel better. You'll just comfort them, you know, talk to them about like troubles and, you know, difficulties. They can always talk to you and you will know what to say. And people, you know, after having conversations with you, they're feeling not only uplifted, but they also feel like they will know what to do from now on. So that is something amazing. All right, let's move on to the tarot cards to see if there is anything else we can add to this. All right, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. Wow, all right. So there is also obviously some things that are saying about you and saying about you that might be not that amazing, you know. Especially, you know, with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I do get that sometimes, at least in their eyes, you might be coming off as somebody who is not really the greatest person when it comes to the money. Maybe because you know, you're making your decisions once again based on emotions, and for them sometimes they might be thinking like, oh yeah, you know, you always make the right decision, but when you're making a decision, you're not really thinking about the financial side. You're not really thinking about how is that going to affect your finances, your money, you know, maybe your savings or things like that. They see you as a little bit reckless as well, you know. They do like the fact that you're making your decisions like this, you know, and it's easy for you to make the decisions, you know. Especially we also have this Emperor card, so they do see as someone who's very decisive, who wants to have like the ownership of your own life, and they know that you are basically the king of your own life, the queen of your own life, you know. You are owning like your life, you know. Nobody else can tell you what to do, what decision to make. They can't convince you otherwise. Once you decide on something, they can't convince you otherwise. But when I have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and when I have this Two of Pentacles here as well, this is like this small you know, red flag to me when they're talking about you. You know, and then the biggest, let's say, negative thing that people can hear from them about you is that you're not really great with your finances. You're not the best person when it comes to saving money. You're not the best person who knows how to you know, have your life in balance when it comes to your money and maybe like, you know, other things. So maybe sometimes, you know, to them, you should be thinking a little bit more about your finances. Once again, about some material stuff that we've got, you know. Maybe because you have this feeling about changing your job and you feel like, okay, this is not going to lead me anywhere in life. This is not what I enjoy doing. I'm gonna change my job, and you get like a hunch from your higher self, from your intuition, from your higher power saying, oh, you know what to do. It is a time for you to change your job, and you quit your job like this because you're living in here and now. and that's because you know something better is coming towards you. But for that person, it is a very reckless move. You just left your job, you just stopped, I don't know, you just dropped out of school, you are just doing something that is very bold, let's say, when it comes to the action, you know. Sometimes they're like, okay, you know, you're living in the now, you're living in the present, you know, you're being very mindful, but sometimes it would be good to also think a little bit about the future and have some savings maybe, you know, for the future, or just think about you know, having, let's say, a serious job, so-called, so you can have some better money, you know, or have a big savings account so you can, I don't know, buy a house in the future or anything like that. So basically, this is the only kind of negative-ish thing that they're saying about you, but the rest of it, I'm finding that it is very positive, and I feel like they're really admiring you for doing a lot of things, because I feel like they don't have the courage to do it themselves, you know. So things you do for them are kind of like, well, wow, I would love to do it one day. I would love to just, you know, completely change my life and, you know, just be the proper owner of my life without feeling the guilt, without feeling like you just need to sacrifice something because you're just thinking of others. No, they know you're doing that because this is something that is serving you and your higher purpose in life. So this is all I've got for you, group number 1, and I do hope it was helpful to you guys. And if you did like it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. You can also always leave me a tip for this reading, how to do it. It's going to be all in the description box down below. So thank you so much for being here, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, group number 2. I hope you're doing well. So this is the Rose Quartz group, and today's topic once again is, what are they saying about you? What are they talking about you? What they're thinking about you? You know, let's just see. So I have decided to pull out some oracle cards first, and then we're gonna get any extra information with the tarot cards. So we've got the Courage with Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. We've got Go the Distance, and we've got the Temple Path. So from the very, very first moment, I'm getting that when they think about you, when they're talking about you, they would say that you are not afraid of speaking up. You're not afraid of standing up for your beliefs, just like Archangel Ariel is saying. You're not afraid of being different. You're not afraid of, you know, of just being yourself. So this is something I feel like they really admire about you, because this is something they might not be able to do themselves in like 100% the way they would want to be. So they're really admiring your courage. They're really admiring the fact that you're not hiding in whatever closet you might be. You know, you're not hiding from anyone. You know that sometimes standing for your own beliefs is going to be difficult, but you're not afraid to actually do that. You're not afraid to go this extra mile just to be free, just to be yourself, just to be able to freely express who you really are. And I'm getting that this is also really about your religious or spiritual beliefs. You know, we've got the Temple Path here, so you might be somebody who is very much into spirituality, or whatever type of spirituality it might be. You know, you might be really into meditation, into yoga, into basically, you know, anything. You might be somebody who is really interested in exploring things like, you know, and believing in things like past lives, you know, having like a past life regression sessions. You know, you're interested in things like Atlantis and Lemuria. This is what I'm getting. You know, you believe that your soul is you know, is very old and has lived in very ancient times, or maybe even that you're a starseed, you're coming from a different constellation, you're coming from a different planet, you're coming from a different star. You know, you do believe in that, and you're trying to explore things in that way. And this is something that are like, they might be, I'm getting a little bit, you know, skeptical about it, but they're also in the same time admiring that you are not afraid to talk about it to other people. You're not feeling, you know, this kind of shame that maybe some people feel, that they don't want to admit, you know, things like that. You're not afraid that people might be thinking, oh, you're weird, or you are you know, just like a modern hippie because you believe in all of these kind of things, and most of society doesn't, you know. So they see you as somebody who is very spiritual, but it's not like they're laughing about it. They don't see it as anything negative. They might see it as something a little bit weird, and for some of you, obviously not, you know, some of you know that, you know, the person you're interested in, or the person you're thinking about, right? Right now, you know, they might see it as something, well, let's say unusual and very uncommon and not really realistic and down to earth, let's say. But they're still like, well, you know, that is interesting, and you know, at least they've got a hobby, or at least, you know, it doesn't harm people, it doesn't harm them. I'm getting a little bit like a Pisces vibe from this, to be honest, because Pisceans are this kind of people who are living in their own heads, they're living in their own worlds, and you know, for some people, you know, Pisces might be very like ethereal beings, you know, mystical beings, you know, that don't really belong to this 3D world. And this is how the person you're thinking about might be perceiving you as well, might be talking about you as well. They might be even saying that you're somebody who is very often like daydreaming, you know, about different things, who's got their head like up in the clouds, you know, but they don't mean it in a negative way, you know. So this is all I'm getting from the oracle cards. Let's see what else, what extra information we can get from from tarot cards. So we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, we've got the Hermit, and we've got the Lovers. Well, that is very interesting. With this card, maybe I'm going to start from the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting that the only negative thing they might be saying about you is that you're not somebody who is good when it comes to working with other people or conforming to the society. They might see it as some kind of obstacle in your life. They might be saying that, you know, maybe it would have been a little bit better for you if sometimes you would just, you know, kind of like agree with whatever other people are saying just for your own sake, so that could help you in your life, you know. Maybe sometimes you're just standing up for yourself when it comes to your workplace, and maybe they see that as a reason why you're not getting promoted or why you're not moving up, you know, in the corporate ladder, or why you're not you know, having like better grades or something like that, because you are really you've got so much courage, and you are so not afraid to stand up for yourself, that sometimes, you know, you might be coming off as somebody who is a little bit rude, especially to people who are, let's say, higher up in the hierarchy, sorry. So you might be sometimes having a little bit of argument with, I don't know, your teachers, your bosses, your managers, you know, somebody who is higher up, let's say, in this materialistic hierarchy, you know. So they sometimes they think like, oh, if you have just like shut up, you know, and decide not to tell people about your views, not to argue about something that you feel right about and maybe your manager feels wrong about, you know, that you would have been so much better off. You know, you would have more peace of mind, people would leave you alone, you know, nobody would criticize you, you know, but you just need to, I mean, I'm not saying you need to, this is what they're saying, you know, this is what I get from these vibes. You know, but they're like, okay, just you know, just don't stop arguing, stop trying to tell your boss that they are wrong, because you know your boss is always right. So just shut up for a second, just agree with them, just for the sake of agreeing with them, you know, and they would be so much more, like, they would be so much happier with you. Maybe they would you know, say your performance is better, you know, instead of just being like, oh no, this person, you know, like they just don't know when to stop talking, or or whatever. So you know, you do have a very you know, you've got your priorities right, but I feel like what they're saying is that, you know, sometimes just to, let's say, please the others and help yourself in life, you just need to like kind of be quiet about some of your beliefs, because they're just not helping you. What else I'm saying that they're talking about, you know, when we have this Hermit card, once again, it kind of matches, you know, the whole spirituality theme for me, and it also matches the fact that, you know, you perceive yourself as the old soul, and maybe this is how they're perceiving you as well, you know, somebody who has got a lot of knowledge, you know, let's say the ancient knowledge even, or is somebody who is very spiritual, someone who's very religious. It really depends on your circumstances. But you know, I feel like they see that as, let's say, the hunger for knowledge, you know, they see that as, you know, something very inspiring, once again, because, you know, you're somebody who wants to learn more about things. You know, you might be having a lot of spiritual hobbies in life, and you know, you want to pursue them, you want to get better in things, you're really interested in, you know, a lot of things that they're very uncommon, but for you it is not a problem to learn more about these things, to just you know, get some time off, you know, from life, from, let's say, mundane world, to explore your spiritual side. And the last but not least, you know, with the Lovers card, this is something that is, I would say, extremely positive, because I feel like for the majority of you, you know, that person is actually saying to others that, you know, they feel like you could be their soulmate. You know, just don't get ahead with yourself when it comes to that. But with the Lovers card, I feel like, you know, they might be saying something like, oh, they feel, you know, you guys have a great connection, you guys have a great chemistry, you know, they're very interested in you, they're fascinated by you. They feel like you would make a great couple, you know, or you would have a great relationship. For some of them who are also into spirituality, they might be saying that they feel like, oh, this is divinely guided, or this is a destiny that they have met you. I feel like they don't really know what to do with that at the moment. They don't know what to do with that yet. They might be saying that to people, but are also getting a lot of you know, this cautious vibe. So they might be saying that not to like everyone around them, but they might be saying that to their best friends, for example, or just, you know, like their best mates in general, that, oh, maybe they're interested in you in romantic way as well. So you know, just don't ask first person, you know, that comes to your mind about it, because they're not gonna tell you. I'm also getting that vibe from the Hermit that this is a little bit secretive, you know, they're not once again, they're not telling everyone about it. They're not telling everyone that might be interested in you. It's just that secrecy, you know, that they're just telling the people they can trust the most about this kind of feelings they might be having for you. So don't give up on this connection, because it looks quite promising with the Lovers card here as well. But also, you know, once again, don't be surprised if they don't make any move, because also we've got the Hermit, and sometimes it might counteract this Lovers card. So once again, it all depends on the situation, and this is a general reading. Alright, so this is all I've got for you, group number 2, and I do hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post a new video every Friday. And leave me a comment, tell me how it does resonate with you. I love reading your comments, guys. And once again, if you want to tip me for this reading, or like find any other info about me, it's gonna be all in the description box down below. So thank you once again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So this is the Smoky Quartz group, and today's theme is what are they saying about you, what they're thinking about you. And I have decided to pull out some oracle cards at first, and then we're gonna see what extra info we can get with the tarot cards. So we've got Patience with Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize, still they need nurturing and patience. We have all that glitters, and we have caring connections. So there is definitely a few things I'm seeing about this whole thing, group number 3, what they're saying about you, what they're thinking about you, what they're telling others about you. Well, first of all, which is going to be, I feel quite obvious, you know, the first card that is calling out to me is this caring connections, you know. They feel very comfortable around you, okay? So I don't know, obviously this is general reading, so take whatever resonates from it, but for those of you who like whose crush, whose romantic interest is in like a group of friends or group of people that you know and you talk to every day and you meet with every day, they feel very comfortable around you. They feel like you're a very caring person. They feel like, you know, this very, I'm getting very warm, very beautiful vibe coming from you, you know. So they know that you've got, I'm getting a beautiful soul, you know, and this is what I'm getting, honestly. You know, they feel like your soul is very beautiful. You are somebody who is very caring about their friends, caring about their family, caring about people. You're somebody who, you know, is very nurturing. You're somebody who is very thoughtful. You're somebody, you know, who is trying to make people around you happy, feel welcomed. You know, if there's somebody new in your group, whether it's like a new co-worker, a new colleague, new classmate, you know, new friend, whatever, you're trying to make people feel very welcomed. And this is something they really appreciate about you, and this is something they really like about you, you know, the fact that you're so caring, and the fact that you're so welcoming to people, and you're so nurturing, you know. I feel like, you know, what they're also saying is that you make a very meaningful connections in your life as well, you know, like all your connections, all your friends, your closest friends especially, you know, you've got very meaningful connections with them. So it's not something that you're just, you know, just exchanging names and I don't know, phone numbers and whatever, and you don't give a damn about it. You know, people know that they can count on you, they can come to you anytime, because you will listen to them, you will nurture them, you will make them feel like they're a part of your family. I'm getting, and this is what they see both when it comes to, once again, your friendships, your platonic connections, and your romantic connections as well. So that's the first thing, you know, I'm really getting for you, group number 3. With the patience card, I feel like it really kind of links to this caring connections card, and like I was saying, you know, somebody who's got a beautiful soul, because you also have a patient. Okay, I'm getting, it doesn't matter what gender you identify with or what sexuality are you, you know, it doesn't matter, but I'm getting in very general way, a very motherly energy coming from you. So people around you, once again, they feel very comfortable, they feel like they're being taken care of, because you've got like this motherly energy, you know, you're somebody who really cares about people, worries about people, you know, is very patient with people. You're somebody who, you know, allows people make mistakes so they can learn from that, you know. And the person you're asking about today, they know that, and this is what they say about you, this is what they tell people about you, you know. They really admire your patience with people, you know, that you will always be there to listen to people, you will always be there to nurture people, you know, or like I was saying, like even make people make their mistakes so they can learn. You're not the type of a person who is going to be like, you know, very arrogant and be like, oh, I told you so. You know, you're somebody who is just going to give them a very warm smile and be like, you know, so have you learned anything from it? You know, like, is there anything new that you now know about life? Also, because we've got a lot of green and yellow in this card, sorry, you know, once again, just similar to group number 1, I feel like they are really seeing your heart chakra, you know, because the green is connected to the heart, and it is a color of abundance, of prosperity as well. It is the color of, once again, your heart energy, your heart chakra energy. So, you know, it's like it's all connected, you know. When they're talking about you, I can only see like positive things, or at least they're only talking about positive things. All that glitters, all that is positive, all that is beautiful about you, they will talk about. If anyone asks them, you know, about you, they will, I don't feel like they will say anything negative. I don't know if it's because they're this type of person who doesn't want to speak bad about others, or there is nothing really bad that they can say about you, you know, because maybe they don't see the things that are not so great about you. Because let's remember, we all have our good and bad sides, you know. Nobody is 100% great, you know, and we all have our flaws. But I feel like they're only talking about the things that are beautiful about you. They make you a beautiful person, you know. And once again, I'm getting like a lot of this parent or mother-like energy, you know. The stereotypical mother energy, let's say, you know. Okay, let's see what tarot can tell us about what else they're saying about you, because there's nothing else I can actually get from these cards. Let's see what tarot is going to tell us. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Wands, we've got the Page of Wands, and we've got the Temperance. Oh, look, we've got 2 14s, so maybe number 14 is somewhat significant to you, or will be significant to you, especially when it comes to synchronicities. Or maybe that's your lucky number, I don't know. Just, you know, be open to things. All right, once again in this card it's same thing. I don't see that there is anything negative that they would tell about you. Any extra info I've got is that with the Nine of Wands, you might have been through some difficulties in your life, and this is what they will also tell people about you. So maybe before you will meet somebody new, you know, and they were the ones that would talk to that person first. They would be like, oh, you know, just please don't mention this and that when you meet you, because you know, they've been through a lot when it comes to this or that. So you know, they might be a little bit emotional still about it. They might be having some you know, like, it's not like a trauma I'm getting, but you know, so maybe some negative experiences about this or that, so just don't mention it. So I feel like they're also warning people, you know, that you're somebody who is sensitive in a positive way, who is very delicate, who's very a very good person, you know. So they are kind of telling people, you know, what your life experiences are as well, and that they admire your constant fight for the things that are important for you, whether it's things, whether it's people, you know, anything that they feel like they can admire you. And I feel like they are telling people that others should actually admire you as well for the things that you're doing for yourself and for them. I'm also getting that if you are a single parent, because I'm getting for some of you this is going to be it's going to resonate as well, that you know, they're telling people how good of a parent you are, you know, even though you are going through life just by yourself, you know, you're doing really well, and you're not giving up, you're not letting people beat you down, you're not letting events or negative things beat you down. You will always be standing up, and you will always be on guard. You will always be this parent who wants to nurture their child and wants to give the best to their child. All right. What else? I'm also getting that when they're talking about you, they can tell that when you're talking about other people, it is the same thing. You never tell negative things about other people to other people. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. You are only saying the positive things. You will only tell people positive things, you know. So maybe, you know, you're at work and your boss is going to call you to their office and be like, oh, tell me about Peter, how is he doing because he's new? Is he complaining about work? Is he being lazy? You, even if you know these things, you will not say anything negative like this to your boss. Instead, you're gonna try to find something positive about this person. You will try to find some good things that they have done, you know, some positive experience you've had with them, you know. You just don't want to talk negative about people, and you will always try to bring the best in people that you know, so everybody else can only see their positive sides, or everybody else, before even meeting that person, they can only build like a very positive image of that person. And with this Temperance card, I do feel like they also feel, you know, and when they're talking about you, your person, when they're talking about you, they're saying you're very well balanced, you know. You are very well balanced when it comes to your logic and your emotions, your finances, like your work life or your school life and family life. You know, you are, I'm getting very softly spoken as well, you know. Maybe you're somebody who, like, I don't know, doesn't use curse words, or doesn't get into arguments. You're somebody who's, once again, because Temperance is also very linked to this patience card, you know, like patience in general. So you are somebody who is very patient with people. You're somebody who is very slow to anger, you know. So when they're talking about you, this is definitely what I'm getting, you know. You're very well balanced, you know. You're very well rounded. Once again, it's difficult to make you angry, it's difficult to get you out of that balance, or at least you don't show to others that you might be out of balance somewhere, but still you're somebody who's always going to think ahead, so you don't have any chaos coming into your life. You'll always try to find the best solution to your problems, or the things that might cause you problems in the future, and you will always be somewhere where you can actually do it, you know. So I am getting like a lot of positive things, you know, about you, and the things that are talking about you, group number 3. Like, obviously, I don't know who are you dealing with, who are you thinking about, but this is like, this person really admires you. I had, you know, that basically in all of these groups today, everyone was admiring something about one of these groups at least, but I feel like they're admiring basically everything about you, and there's not one thing that they see could be negative about you. So I don't know, but that looks very good. Alright, group number 3, this is all I've got for you for today, and I do hope it was helpful. And if you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post a new video every Friday. And leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. Also, if you would like to tip me for this reading or donate to this channel, all of the info can be found in the description box down below again. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.